So the whole time after this conversation, I'm thinking, man, it wasn't that big a deal. I'm thinking, how can I go back to this lady and just retract everything I said? You know what I'm saying? I want to go back, I want to call her and say, you know what? Would you just back up a couple days and act like my conversation never existed? You know, that's what I want to get at. How many times do we get that where we say, man, hindsight 2020? You know? And if I could just go back, the little bit of reward I would have got for, you know, that man knowing I didn't appreciate them garbage cans being thrown all over the place, he has it now because he can imagine me toting them garbage cans out there all the way to the road. So you get this big load on you like, it really wasn't that big. There's a lot of things in our life, our spiritual life, that, you know, we just want to complain about. Man, I can tell you tonight, it's not that big of a deal. There's a lot of things that have destroyed churches, split churches, cause conflict between spiritual relationships, all based on something that probably really wasn't that big a deal. I can tell you in a country church when the dogs I know. I can't even imagine what dog that is.
Because it's not yours, is it?
No, it ain't. Sounds like later across the road. You have to be careful too. Right now, this chicken's had little chickens or whatever you call them. Pigs. And the chicken walking around all over the place. It's got about 20 or so of them guys going around behind us. You got one? Pigs? You can call them chickens too. Yeah. There's a lot of things that's just not that big a deal. Just not worth fighting. One of the things that really made an impression on me this morning was, you know, when I sit there and I listen to the sermon, I really felt like you got the feeling that a lot of people just come to church to find. You know, when there's so much grumbling, there's so many rewards that we have, and Jimmy went over a lot of them this morning. There's so many things that should overshadow any reason to fight, but we still fight. We still fuss. We spend a lot of time complaining. When we have went over so many things this year, edification, fellowship, and love, all these things that God intends on us to do. We've got so many other things to be doing. We shouldn't have any time to fight, any time to complain. If we're just doing what we should be doing. And, you know, one of the things with my daughters that has gotten to be a big thing now with them growing in age a little bit is I'll say, Emily, pick that up off the floor. And the first thing she'll say, well, I didn't put that there. And what do I say? I didn't ask you to put it there. Pick it up anyway. You know, there's a lot of things, you know, I try to tell the girls that, listen, I wouldn't get on to you if you would just pick them up. If you seen that something was out of place and if you would just stop picking it up. If you would just, even though it's not your job, you would just pick it up. If you just was in that I can do it attitude. We spend more time trying to point at whose job it is that it never gets done. And that's in part of the complaining and the fussing and the envy and strife and all those things that God tells us to stay away from. You know, instead of pointing to whose job it was, if we just had an I can do it attitude, we would just do it. We would just love to know that we were helping a brother or sister in Christ. Maybe they had a big week and they couldn't get to all they needed to get to, and we stopped and lent a hand. If we just had a can-do attitude, it would replace bickering and fighting and fussing. Because that attitude is going to be led by the Spirit. And Christ tells us to walk in the Spirit. And if we're in the Spirit, God has told us that that's contrary to the flesh. We'll be mindful of the things that, you know what, this ain't my job. I'll wait till so-and-so does it. But I'll be sure to point it out. I'll be sure to make sure somebody fuzzes out. Man, there's a lot of times that somebody, you remember when I took all the flowers off the graves? You remember that? I remember it, because I paid for most of them. But anyway, Trust done this. I talked to Trust about some of the people that were, let's say, the most demanding, the most disgruntled, people that I just had to pay back no other way. And Trust looked up some of those, and they didn't even pay for the grave. You know what? It was something we give. I always wanted to go back and say, okay, well, you've got to pay us for the grave now. You know, and that's just what, you know, that like the garbage can is. It's just the same thing. There's a lot of times that we would just look at what we could be doing for Christ. We wouldn't have time to fuss and fight. If we would just be looking for those opportunities to serve, to be led in the Spirit, to do something good for our brothers and sisters in Christ and church. Church is about fellowship and edification and love, kindness. We'll try to replace it with victory. In I plain. None of it belongs here. None of it. There's never a reason to fuss or fight. There's never a reason for confusion in the church. There's always a place for love, fellowship, kindness, little doing something that ain't my job. Matthew 28, verse 18, 19 is where Jesus tells us to go teach all nations. You know, he didn't sit down and say, well, you know, pastors, deacons, evangelists, go teach all nations. I like that because he said, go teach all nations. What that means is it's everybody's job to serve the Lord. It's everybody's job. Just because we don't put your name on the teachers and officers and staff of the church doesn't mean that you don't have a job, that you don't have a place, that you don't have a purpose. We could erase all of those names